Alright, I gotta be honest here, the newer episodes of SpongeBob SquarePants just don't do it for me. Now, before you jump down my throat, let me just say that I've been a fan of the show for years and I still appreciate it for what it is. But man, the newer episodes just feel off to me in a way that I can't quite put my finger on. For starters, the animation has gotten way too over the top and exaggerated. If you pause a scene in one of the new episodes, you will probably see those crazy contorted faces that just look plain silly. It's like the animators are trying too hard to be funny, and it just comes off as forced and unnatural. And speaking of forced and unnatural, let's talk about the writing. It's like the show has completely lost its way in terms of storytelling. The plots are all over the place and don't make a whole lot of sense half the time. It's like they're just throwing a bunch of random jokes and gags at the wall and hoping that something sticks. I'm not saying that the older episodes were perfect or anything, but they had a certain charm and humor that the new ones just can't seem to replicate. Maybe it's just nostalgia talking, but I really do think that the show was at its best back in the day. The animation had a warmth and personality to it that's missing now, and the stories were funnier and more relatable. The show was at its absolute best during the first 4 seasons. Now, don't get me wrong, there are still some great episodes sprinkled throughout seasons 5, 6, and 7, but those early seasons are where it's at. They're the real deal, the cream of the crop, the bee's knees. You get the idea. The thing is, with the newer episodes, I feel like the show has lost a bit of its charm. I mean, SpongeBob has always been known for its crazy antics and off-the-wall humor, but there was something special about those early episodes that just isn't there anymore. These days, it's like they're trying too hard to be funny, and it just comes off as forced and awkward. I know that a lot of people will not agree with me on this, and that's totally cool. But personally, I think that comparing the newer episodes to the classics is almost criminal. Sure, some people might say that I'm just being nostalgic, but I honestly believe that the older episodes are superior in every single way. The animation, the humor, the storylines, the whole shebang. Maybe it's just a case of they don't make them like they used to, or maybe the show has just run its course. Either way, I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for those classic SpongeBob episodes. I can't really give an in-depth analysis of the newer SpongeBob episodes because I just can't watch them. I gave it a shot once, but I couldn't make it through more than a couple of minutes. The thing that really turned me off was the constant use of exaggerated facial expressions that just seemed out of place and downright awkward. But it's not just the animation that's lacking, the writing of the episodes is pretty weak too. It's like they're trying to cram a whole bunch of different ideas and jokes into each episode, and it all just ends up feeling like a jumbled mess. I found it really hard to follow what was going on, and it just wasn't enjoyable to watch. That's why I think the classic SpongeBob episodes are so much better. They've got the perfect blend of humor and solid storytelling, and the animation is absolutely top-notch.
Chocolate! Chocolate! Chocolate!
Sure, there are still some wild and crazy moments, but they actually fit within the context of the episode and make it more fun to watch. Whatever changes they've made to SpongeBob in recent years, it feels like they've kind of ruined the charm that made the show so great in the first place. Now, it's just a chaotic, disjointed mess that's lost its appeal. But hey, that's just my opinion. Maybe some people still enjoy it, and that's fine.